Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Cheers. You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquidcash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Likquidcash. I need it all out the stash, a.k.a. money making Mitch. Hide ya, bitch. Guess what it is? It's 2025, nigga. Look alive, huh? Look alive, it's 2025. You've been bullshitting all 2024. It's time for you to go after the things you want. You dig? It's that year. We in the ninth inning. It ain't no time to play no games. Listen, get your popcorn, get your weed, get your glass of wine. Relax. Relax. It's going to be a dope episode. It's going to be informative. It's going to be impactful. It's going to be motivational. You know I'm going to give you some news you can use. As you can see, I'm dressed in all white. I'm feeling godly. You dig? Yeah, I'm feeling godly. I'm dressed in all white. I got my host with me, Prince. He dressed in all white too. Stand up, boys. Show them what you got on, man. Show them what you got on. Okay, I know what to make him move. I know what makes you move. Yeah, I know what makes you move. You want a treat, huh? You gonna have to stand up. Stand up one time. Yeah, I know you want a treat. Yeah. Let them see your swag, man. He dressed in all white, man. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I don't want him on me because I'm in all white too. So I need you to be right here. Don't move. Dress in your all white. Just chill, all right? I don't need you touching my all white because I'm clean. I'm cleaner than a gospel singer, you dig? You know what it is, man. You feel me? Yeah, I'm looking real godly today. I'm feeling real clean. I'm feeling like Mr. Clean. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. I hope y'all feeling the same way. You got to relax, though. I got more treats for you. But you got to relax, you dig? But yeah, man, like I said again, man, I'm feeling great. I'm dressed in all white. Of course, you know, the shoes got to match the top got to match the shoes. Of course, I got on those red bottoms. Come on, man. Come on, man. These niggas don't do it like me, man. They try, but they just can't. They can't do it like me, man. When they put on the clothes just don't fit right. It just don't look right. You know what I mean? So we could put on the same exact thing, but for some reason, you just don't compliment the clothes. It just don't sit right on you. It don't exude that energy that I give off once I put it on. When I put it on, man, it just vibrate different. It has a different energy. It has a different glow. You know what I mean? Has a different glow, man. I can't tell you what it is, man, but it's not what you know what I mean, got on. It's what's inside of you. You feel me? Because it ain't on me, it's in me. I want y'all to know that. I got to say that again because some of y'all be listening too slow. It ain't on me, it's in me. That's why when I put these treads on, man, they glow and I vibrate at a high frequency. I look great. I feel great. I smell great. Ladies, I taste great. Let me chill out. But listen, it's going to be a dope episode. Like I said again, man. It's 2025 and y'all know what that means, right? We're in the ninth inning. Yeah, we're in the ninth inning. In numerology, man, the 2025 is associated with the number 9. And you know what that means, right? Some say it's a year of prosperity. It's a year of abundance. It's a year of personal growth. It's a year of personal advancement. It's a year of opportunity and success. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. It's time to get moving. It's that year. The year 25 represents a lot. Like I told y'all, in the essence of that number, 2025, the essence of that number is 9. That 9 right there represents so much, man. Do your homework on that. The life path number 9. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to the Googles real quick and see what it says about 2025. Like I said, let's see if my predictions are right. Some say 2025 could be the time for change and transition with increased energy and career advancements and opportunities for success, like I said. You dig? And number 9, like I said, the essence of that 2025 is the number 9. In numerology, a life path number 9 signifies a deeply compassionate, humanitarian individual with a strong desire to make positive impact on the world, and often driven by deep sense of empathy and a desire to help others through creative expression and service to humanity. They are considered old souls with a highly evolved perspective, seeking deeper meaning and global understanding. Man, I think they describing me, man. I ain't gonna lie, I think they describing me, because that's me in a nutshell. You dig? That's what I do. For Christmas, we gave back to the homeless, you know what I mean? Fed the homeless, joined with Salvation Army, and we did what we could, providing for the homeless, doing what I love doing, you know what I mean? That makes me feel good. Christmas, I really wasn't in the mood to open any gifts, because I'm a grown-ass adult. We ain't really celebrating, these holidays like how the kids celebrate, because it's for the kids, and I ain't got no kids, so, I ain't buying no gifts. Everybody grown in my life, so you dig? I went out and I did something that I felt like I needed to do. Not even I needed to do, I just wanted to do. You know what I mean? Feed the homeless, you feel me? So yeah, like I was saying, man, they describing me in that, you know what I mean? Life path number 9. That's me. I'm out here trying to do God's work. You feel me? Well, I don't know if it's God work, but I'm just trying to do me. I'm just trying to be a positive influence and just try to, put some paint where it ain't. I ain't out here trying to be in the way. I'm trying to help make a way. And that's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do. Like I said again, this is going to be a dope episode. I'm getting into it. I'm getting the vibe. I want y'all to rate my outfit from 1 to 10. Leave it in the comments. Rate my outfit from 1 to 10. Also, I want y'all to know this. If you haven't subscribed, like, or comment on any one of my videos, you playing yourself. I need you to stop what you're doing right now. Like, subscribe, and comment on this particular video. Like I said, the algorithm don't really push my content because I use derogatory language, you dig? So sometimes they don't want to push my content. So I need y'all to go out there and push the content. Post it on Facebook, post it on Instagram, post it on TikTok. I need your support, you dig? Each one teach one. Let's help each other, push each other forward. 2025, we not hating on nobody. We helping each other move forward in any little way we can, because all you got to do is like. I really don't ask for too much. I just ask you to subscribe. That's a click of a button. That's going to take you 5 seconds, you dig? So that's all I want. Also, if you haven't got the book yet, you need to get the book, The Power of Thought, on Likquidcash.com. Support who supports you. You want this to continue, keep on going for 2025? You want me to continue to keep on putting out the show? You support the show, all right? You could donate to the show, or you could also donate to the book. You're going to get something in return. You're going to get wisdom. You're going to get knowledge. You're going to get my story, a little piece of my story, because I don't put too much in there, but I put enough to inspire you to keep moving forward. You did? Prince, what's up, man? You chilling? You good? You all right? Your head peeking out. They can't even see you. You trying to lay low. He don't really like the camera, man. You hate the camera, huh? I'm going to be 100% real with y'all. This is going to be a truth-telling episode. Like Dick Gregory always say, the truth doesn't have to be justified by your ignorance. You know what I mean? So when I say what I say, I stand on whatever I'm saying. You dig? It don't need to be justified. I don't care about your opinions, but if you have one, leave it in the comments, you dig? But we're going to speak about it today. A lot of y'all got to stop a lot of things in 2025. Y'all did a lot of bullshit in 2024. A lot of bullshitting, man. Y'all was playing with y'all toes. Y'all was fucking around. Y'all wasn't really serious about really taking it to the next step. You thought you were serious when the year started, but for some reason you started to fade away. You know what I mean? You started for a week, you started for a month, you started for maybe 6 months, and all of a sudden you got back into the rotation of playing around, going out to the club, slacking, not following through on your agreements, saying you're gonna do something and never finishing it, never doing it, never pursuing it, never actually standing on your word, standing on business. A lot of y'all did that this year, man. You dig? A lot of y'all. And quite frankly, 2025 is the 9th inning, and a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. A lot of y'all ain't gonna make it, man. Yeah, you're gonna start off good for the first week, maybe the first month, maybe the first 6 months, but a lot of y'all ain't gonna make it. You're gonna have your New Year resolutions, but you're not gonna follow through on the things that you wanna do. You're not gonna really stick to your agreements. You're gonna play games. A lot of y'all gonna play a lot of games, man. I already know it. Yeah, I already know it. This is the year for change, but you ain't ready to change yet because it takes a lot of work. It's a struggle, and you don't wanna deal with that struggle. You rather be complacent and just be cool where you at. I already told y'all comfortability is the enemy of progress. Some of y'all got too comfortable in 2024. Y'all got real comfortable in 2025. You got to get out of your comfort zone. You got to get out of your comfort zone. If you want to achieve that goal, if you want to tackle all of your challenges, you want to make sure that you accomplish something on your vision board, you got to get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you got to get out of your comfort zone, man. A lot of y'all got to stop bullshitting. 2025 is a year you got to stop the bullshit. You got to really focus. You got to buckle down. You've been saying you're going to take care of your business, but you never finish it. This ain't the time to be fucking around, man. This ain't the time. This ain't the year. You dig? This is not the year to be playing. This is the year to make it happen. You want to know how I got the number 9 when it comes to life path numbers? All you have to do, guys, I know some of y'all are probably thinking, how the fuck did he get the number 9 from 2025? Listen, you just got to add the number 2. 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5, that equals 9, all right? And it's good for you to find out more about numerology. Get a book. I think it's called Numerology. Go on Amazon. You know the places that y'all buy books at. And get the book called Numerology, because you can't do nothing without numbers. Numbers are very important. It's important to know your life path number as well. And then you Google, put it in your Googles and find out all of the characteristics of what that means and how you resonate with that number, your life path number, you dig? We interrupt this program for a quick short commercial break. I know you're enjoying the content, but listen, I gotta plug the book, The Power of Thought. This is something that you need in your life. You can think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you can change your life. I ain't trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to teach you how to think. So get a copy of the book, The Power of Thought. If you don't got all day and you ain't trying to read a 300-page book, this is short and sweet. It's going to take you where you need to be. Also, for the people that don't read, I got the audio book as well. Everything is going to be in the description below. Support the book, support the platform. Y'all know what it is, The Power of Thought. Yours truly, Likquidcash. Now back to the episode. Cheers. So anyway, right? There's a lot of things we got to stop doing in 2025. I wrote a list of things that we need to stop doing in 2025. Number 1, you got to stop putting pussy before your priorities. Stop focusing on what's between a leg and start to focus on the bread. You dig? Number 2, stop tricking when you know you don't got it. A lot of y'all niggas is going broke tricking on these bitches, man. You know you don't got it, man. Stop tricking if you know you don't got it. Number 3, stop pillow talking and dirty macking with the bitch. Y'all niggas is getting real out of hand with this, man. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop talking about the next man when you kicking it with your chick, when you laid up cuddling, you dig? Stop pillow talking and dirty macking with the bitch. Number 4, listen. Stop being in other people's business. Mind a business that pays you. Get out of other people's business, man. That's why you can't find no business of your own, because you worried about other people's shit. You dig? Mind the business that pays you. You dig? Number 5, ladies, stop putting kids on niggas you know ain't the father. Stop putting jackets on niggas, man. Y'all gotta stop that bullshit, man. There's a nigga right now raising a kid to 5 years old, and he don't even know that he's not the father, man. A lot of y'all women out here playing dirty and dangerous games out here, man. Stop putting kids on niggas that you know ain't the father. Number 6, you bitches need to stop club hopping and pussy popping. Stay your ass at home and take care of them kids, man. 2005, I need you to be home a little bit more and take care of them kids. Focus on your goals. Focus on your business. Focus on your beauty salon. Focus on your esthetician business. Focus on something that you're trying to do to achieve greatness, you dig? Stay your ass at home. Stop club hopping and pussy popping. Number 7, stop the blood clot crying. A lot of you niggas was crying in 2024, man. Stop the blood clot crying. You dig? We not making excuses. We making progress in 2025. So stop complaining. Stop crying. Crying only adds to the flood, all right? So stop it. You dig? Time to get to the money. Don't make no excuses. Make progress. Number 8, stop holding grudges. We not holding no grudges in 2025. Whatever you was feeling in 2024, whatever grudge you had against somebody, whatever you was feeling, let that shit go, man. Let it go. You dig? Make amends. Make amends. You ain't got to be friends, but make amends and let it go. You dig? 2025, we not holding on to no grudges. All right? Number 9, keep God on your mind and everything will be fine. You dig? Follow these steps and you'll be on your way for success. And remember, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with one single step. Nigga, get moving. You feel me? I need y'all to understand this, man. I have to give y'all that list, because if I don't give y'all a list, man, it ain't right. You feel me? I gotta give y'all a list. Stop doing these things, man. You stop doing these things, man. You on your way for greatness, man. You on your way to really achieve things that you really need. And you blocking your blessings, holding on grudges. You blocking your blessings, being in other people's business. Mind the business that pays you, man. You niggas ain't standing on business. Y'all niggas is playing, fucking around. But listen, we're gonna talk about a lot of things, but I wanted to get that out the way, because it's important that we stop doing these things. In 2025, we become a new person. This is the year of change. This is the year of personal development. A lot of y'all don't want to spend money on personal development. That's why y'all are not growing. That's why y'all are not advancing in y'all businesses, in y'all careers, because y'all don't believe in spending money on personal development. I know. I got a personal development course called Cash Academy. Trust me, you niggas is cheap. Y'all don't want to support the Cash Academy like y'all should. Salute to the ladies that are in the Cash Academy, all the students I got. Salute to the ladies, because they don't mind spending money on personal development, but the guys are really slacking when it comes to spending money on personal development. You got to pay the cost to be the boss. I remember one time I was talking to one of my students, right? He booked a consultation call with me, and at this time my consultation call was $150, and he said, man, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted a little bit more information. And I'm like, I just spoke to you for 30 minutes and I answered all the questions that you wanted. If you want more information, you got to spend more money. You did? Because I'm not going to spend an hour on the phone with you and you only paid for 30 minutes. You feel me? And he had a problem spending the next $150. And I had to break it down to him and let him know that you didn't really spend no money, my brother. Because sometimes people be feeling like they doing me a favor spending $150 for a consultation call. And I had to let them know you didn't spend no money, man. To speak to my mentor, man, I had to go to Chicago to speak to him in the motherfucking winter. You dig? Chicago in the winter, you already know, that's the windy city. I had to go to Chicago in the winter, and I had dinner with him for 45 minutes, you dig? And that cost me $5,000. That's how much it costs to speak to my mentor. When it's time to get that information that I need, and I know that he can deliver on that information, I don't mind spending the money. Listen, I gave the man $5,000 for 45 minutes of conversation, but he delivered on the information I needed. It was simple. He keep it real simple. It don't have to be complicated. He kept it real simple. I asked him a few questions, gave me the information I need, and that was it. And that cost me $5,000. You spent $150, you complaining. You in the comfort of your own home. You didn't leave, you didn't go nowhere. You were in the comfort of your own home. Or you was able to pick up the phone and get in contact with me. And I gave you some information that can help you take you to the next level and where you need to be in your life. But yet here you are, ungrateful, wanting more information, but not willing to give more. See, that's a lot of y'all out there right now. Y'all not willing to sacrifice nothing. You gotta give something in order to get something. That's how this shit work. You want years of information for pennies on a dollar. It took years and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for me to acquire this information. You understand where I'm coming from? Took years, a lot of discipline, a lot of reading, took a lot of focus, a lot of sacrifices, a lot of lonely nights, because sometimes you gotta be alone when you're on this journey. Elevation requires separation. And I had to let him know, you didn't give me no money, man. This is charity work. It's $150, nigga. This ain't nothing. This is basically free. This is nothing. This is gas money for me. I'm grateful that you took time out to book a consultation call. Don't get it twisted. I'm grateful. But it costs $100 to fill up the Rolls Royce. Yeah, it costs $100 to fill that shit up. I put 91 in it. I put the best, only the best in my body, only the best in my car. You feel me? So that $150 was nothing, but I had to let him know. You ain't spend nothing, but you got a whole lot of information. I gave you more than what you paid for. Because I also learned from my mentor, if you want to be in business, give a person what they paid for. If you want to prosper in business, give a person more than what they paid for. And I want to prosper in business, so I deliver more than what he paid for. That's just how I move. So I say that to say this. This year is the year of personal growth. It's time for you to invest in yourself. If you want to make more money this year in 2025, you have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your personal development. You have to invest in building your business. And the reason why you have to do that is because the more you know, the more you can teach the people that are building your business. Because you build the people and they will build the business. You've been doing it wrong. You've been trying to build your business. I get it. You don't have no money to invest in employees. But when you do have employees, all the personal development work you've done, you'll be able to pour that into your employees. And then they will be able to build your business. That's how the rich stay rich. They invest in building their employees. You understand where I'm coming from? They have employees that's 10 times smarter than them. They got employees that is more knowledgeable than them. But because they did the groundwork and they have the information to put the infrastructure together, and then they invest in having motivational speakers and people come to their establishment to help build their employees intellectually, keep them in a positive mind state so they can perform their best when they're at work. You have to invest into your employees. 2025, invest into yourself and make sure that you invest into your employees. If you got some employees, it could be a family member, it could be a brother, a sister, a friend, whoever it may be, a stranger, whoever it may be. But it's important that you do it with yourself. This is the year of change and transition. You said last year was going to be your year, but it wasn't. Nah, you really bullshitted last year. You said it was going to be your year, but you bullshitted, you played games, you fraternized, you made agreements that you didn't commit to. You was bullshitting. 2024, you said you wanted more, but you did not go after it with determination and a magnificent obsession. You wasn't obsessed with the things you wanted. I told y'all before, man, in order to be wealthy in this game of life that you playing, there's 3 skills that all wealthy people have. And it's important for y'all to have these 3 skills if you're trying to see a vast amount of wealth. You dig? You gotta have good communication skills. You gotta have good sales and persuasive skills. And you gotta have good negotiating skills. These are the 3 skills that you need to have if you're trying to gain a vast amount of wealth. You're trying to gain some money in your life. It's important that you adapt these skills. I spoke to you niggas. I talked to y'all on the phone. A lot of y'all don't have good communication skills. A lot of y'all don't really know how to ask the right questions. A lot of y'all don't even know how to formulate questions. When I'm talking to y'all, y'all sound nervous on the phone. You know what I mean? And I'm on the phone with you, so I can imagine how some of y'all talk to people in person. In order for you to gain a certain amount of money in the work field, when you out here and you trying to get to the bag, these are the 3 skills that you need. It's important that you have these 3 skills. Communication skills, sales and persuasive skills, and negotiating skills. It's important. You're gonna have to negotiate. You're gonna have to, like they say, you don't get what you want, you get what you negotiate. You heard that terminology before, and it's the truth. You gotta know how to communicate. That's why it's important for y'all to get that book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I think that's the author. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. How to Win Friends and Influence People. That's a very important book. Y'all need to get that book, all right? It's a very important book. How to Win Friends and Influence People, because you got to have these skills. A lot of y'all, like I said again, don't know how to communicate. Y'all stuttering. Y'all nervous. Y'all sweating when y'all communicating. You don't know how to sell to nobody. The moment you trying to sell to someone and you start stuttering, they already made the decision right there because you don't sound confident in whatever you selling. You got to move with confidence. You got to sell with confidence. When I was out there in the streets, hustling, doing my thing, going hand in hand, I had a lot of confidence. When I was in Manhattan on 42nd Street selling my CDs, I had a lot of confidence. I would go up to anybody and convince them to buy a CD. And at this particular time, nobody was buying CDs. But I was determined and I was ambitious, and I would convince people to buy something that they had no interest in buying at all. Because I had good sales and persuasive skills. I had good communication skills. I had good negotiation skills. You dig? I knew how to negotiate. And I got top dollar for my music. anything that I get into, anything that I'm doing, I know how to sell. And I learn from being on, the pavement, being outside, touching people, stopping people, not being afraid to, walk up to a stranger and ask them, do they want to buy this particular CD? Some of you niggas too cool. That's why y'all broke. Some of y'all too cool. Y'all don't want to suck that pride up. Go outside and really hustle your product. Go outside and really speak to the people, touch the people. That's what you got to do. Y'all too cool. That's why y'all broke. Y'all got to really go outside this year, man. Stop playing, man. 2025 is the time to really go out there and be aggressive with whatever you selling. Be aggressive with your product. You got a clothing line, be aggressive with it. You can't just be online. Sometimes you could sell more items outside than you could sell online. But you just got to get outside. You would never know because you ain't outside. You feel me? You got to take it back to the old days. Go hand in hand. Take your clothing. Take whatever you sell in your product. It don't matter what it is. Your book, your CD, your music, whatever it is. Go outside and touch the people. There's a lot of conventions going on. There's a lot of festivals going on. There's a lot of concerts going on. You can go out there where the people at and convince them to buy a product or buy something that they had no business or had no interest in. It's easy, but you gotta have sales and persuasive skills. You gotta have good negotiating skills. You gotta have good communication skills, you dig? That's a must. 2025, I'll need y'all to work on that. Get the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People, because some of y'all don't know how to influence people. Y'all want to be influencers, but y'all can't even influence yourself to stick to the agreements that you said you was going to stick to. Y'all made New Year resolutions, and you already broke them. Yeah, the year ain't even started yet. You broke your New Year's resolution. Yeah, that's what's going on. Y'all breaking the resolutions before the year even started. The first day you said you was gonna stop drinking. You drink New Year's Day. Yeah, you drink on New Year's Day. Somebody convinced you to take a shot because they peer pressured you. The whole week you was drinking now because you said you was gonna stop drinking. The first day of New Year's, you didn't stick to your agreement because everybody popping champagne. You love champagne. Now you sipping champagne. Now you taking shots of Casamigos and all the other shit that y'all be drinking, tequila. You feel me? You said you was gonna stop smoking. You ain't stopped smoking yet. Yeah, it's just been the first day, the first week. You breaking all the things you said you was gonna stop doing. So all that New Year resolution bullshit that y'all be running with, man, stop all that cap, man. Y'all know y'all lying to yourself, man. You're bullshitting. There's a lot of things that I learned in 2024. It's a lot of things that I've noticed, and I know y'all notice. I noticed that the people that we thought had power are powerless. A lot of celebrities was being called out, exposed, so to speak. And there's a lot of things been going on. We noticing that all the celebrities, the black celebrities that we thought had great influence are being the butt of every joke. And the vast majority of the people, the black community, to be Pacific, is kind of acting like how the Romans did when they was watching the gladiators fight in that octagon back in the Roman times. I just watched the movie The Gladiator, right? And that kind of made me think about what's going on right now, because there was a general in that particular movie that was winning all the wars, and for some reason he ended up becoming a slave, and they put him inside the octagon to fight for his life, basically. And all the people that was once praising him and glorifying him for being one of the most feared generals, or the most celebrated generals, the most decorated generals. He was once loved and praised by the people. In the moment that he was cast away and labeled a slave, they all was cheering for his downfall. And because of his skills and his talent being a fighter, he was able to fight and survive. But the Roman people of that time was cheering on and cheering on for the demise of all the people that he fought, and also was cheering on for the demise of him. But eventually he swayed their hearts and was able to have them cheer on for him and have them to be on his side. But my point in saying all of this is they was fiending for blood. They wanted to see blood. And they was all cheering on the destruction of this great general. Now, when 2024, I noticed that now we are doing the same thing. Not me per se, but I noticed that the people are doing the same thing in 2024. They cheering on the demise of other people. You know, regardless of what they did or what's going on, but we looking for blood. We looking for someone to fail. We're campaigning that agenda. We watching things happen right before our eyes, and we campaigning and we cheering that on. We praising that, the destruction of other people. I'm not calling names. I'm not saying who's right, who's wrong. It's not my business because I don't deal with gossip. I don't deal with trending topics. I just talk about things that are dear to me and I feel that need to be addressed. And I think in the Black community, this has to be addressed because we are watching things happen before our eyes and we're blinded to what's really going on. It's like we're asleep and we're sleeping giants because we're greater than that. You know what I mean? We're greater than that. We're sleeping giants. We watching the demise and the destruction of Black celebrities, Black leaders. You know, we don't even have Black leaders no more, to be quite frank. We haven't heard from Al Sharpton since God knows when. And we all know he ate the apple a long time ago. So we don't really look at him as a Black leader, so to speak. We watching the Black celebrities be taken down one by one for whatever reason. It's not my business. I don't get involved. But like I said, the thing that we need to stop doing is being in other people's business. Mind the business that pays you. Like I said again, we promoting the demise of other people and we don't even know the full story. We don't know what's really going on and we cheering it on. It's like we looking for blood. We looking for somebody to fall. We looking for destruction. We trying to take down our own. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I need it all out the stash, AKA, but it ain't about that right now, man. It's about the Cash Academy, Personal Development Transformation Academy, where you can be, do, and have anything and everything you want out of life, how to make your dreams come true, how to manifest your reality, but most importantly, how to raise your DNA vibration. Y'all been asking me about my hair routine, my skin routine, my morning routine. Y'all been asking me all type of questions in my DM, but I've been hearing and I got the answers. Listen, the Cash Academy is the place where you need to sign up right now so you can have all the answers to the questions that you may have. You dig? Sign up right now. Join the Cash Academy with yours truly, Liquid Cash. Cheers. Whether there's an agenda or not, we're feeding into it. We're promoting the demise of other people. What you put out is what you get back. That's why I don't talk about trending topics or speak down on other people, because it's not my business to talk about what's going on in other people's life. We got to wake up and understand that the niggas that you thought had power ain't got no power. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors. Everything that you see going on is all smoke and mirrors. And we got to wake up from this slumber. We got to wake up from this sleep. As Black people, we got to wake up from this sleep. We are helping the demise of other Black people that are going through trials and tribulations. We cannot be accomplice to the buffoonery. When you start to play games with clowns, you become a part of the circus. You dig? That's why I never comment on what's going on. I know people say, man, you got the mic, you got the attention. Why don't you talk about this? Why don't you talk about that? I don't talk about people's business because it ain't my business. In 2025, I'm encouraging y'all to mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. You feel me? And too much of us are getting a mic, sitting in the front of a camera and talking about other Black people in a negative way. I don't know when that's been cool. Who made that cool? Who made that a part of the normal day? Like, I don't get it. That's why on my podcast, I talk about a lot of different things. Either it's going to be motivational, it's going to be inspirational, it's going to be informative, and it's going to be impactful. I can't just sit down and talk about entertainers all day. I can't sit down and talk about women all day. That's just not how my life is set up. That's not reality. Nobody wakes up as a grown-ass man and make their main focus to talk about celebrities and what they got going on in their daily life. That means you ain't got no business of your own. If you could sit down and talk about women all goddamn day and what they doing and what they not doing, that means you ain't got no life of your own. That's why on my podcast, you might hear I'm talking about the streets. I'm talking about life lessons. I'm talking about metaphysics. I'm talking about how to raise your DNA vibration. I'm talking about how to overcome trials and tribulations. And sometimes I give y'all that bullshit where I talk about relationships. And sometimes I entertain it just a little bit, not too much, but just enough to be informative, to give you some knowledge that can help you along the way in your day-to-day relationship. But I don't deal with the gossip and the buffoonery. You understand? So that's what I'm trying to say. We can't be entertaining the circus shit that's going on the internet. We too grown for that. We got too much potential. We got too much more to say. We got too much more to give to the world. There's more in us than just sitting down, getting on a mic and in front of a camera and talking about celebrities or other people in a negative way. Now, if you want to talk about somebody, talk about the good things they did and try to push that narrative. Try to push the positive and the things that you could learn from them overcoming the trials and tribulations and the things that they went through in their life. They say a wise man would learn from a fool, but a fool would never learn from a wise man. See, you don't have to bump your head. You can learn from other people's mistake. For too long, we've been playing the victim role. But we've been seeing from the 60s to the 70s to the 50s to the 80s to the 90s, we've been in a fucking circus. We've seen people from the 50s in the music industry, in the entertainment industry get jerked. We've seen people in the 70s get jerked. We've seen people in the 80s get jerked. We've seen people in the 90s get jerked. And here we are in the 20th century, and motherfuckers are still signing contracts and getting jerked. It's like we not learning from nobody's mistake. How we see all of that happen, and we still come up today and do the same motherfucking thing. It kind of reminds me of when I see people on drugs. Like, you didn't just witness the crack epidemic. You didn't see what happened to the black folks when crack hit the market and hit the streets. Like, you didn't learn your lesson. Like, you didn't just watch your mother, your aunt, your uncle, your sister, your brother overdose or just got strung out on drugs. And here you are indulging in the same thing in 2025. This shit don't make no sense to me. I can't understand this. Cause I had people in my life that was on drugs, that died from drugs, that was a victim to the crack epidemic. And that made me realize, okay, stay away from drugs. That's something I ain't playing with. That's a game that I'm not gonna fuck with. I'm not gonna try drugs. I'm not gonna do drugs. I'm not gonna be a victim of drugs because I know what it does to the brain. And here we are, 2025, and people are still doing the same thing cats was doing in the 80s, in the 60s, in the 70s, in the 50s. It's like we not learning nothing. We tearing each other down. We are sleeping giants, man. We're giants. This skin, this melanin right here, this is your superpower. This is your superpower. This is what they don't want you to know. That this is your superpower. We're sleeping giants. We're asleep. And not till we wake up from this slumber, we won't be able to change nothing. But we got to collectively wake up from this slumber. It can't just be one person. Now, it's good when it's one person because that person could trickle on to someone else and teach someone else and inspire someone else. But it has to be a collective of us to come together and form like Voltron and tap into that super power. Because we got the power. We're sleeping giants. We got to wake up from this slumber. We can't be tearing each other down. 2025, we got to lift each other up. All that tearing each other down bullshit, that's for the birds. That's for clowns. That's not for niggas that's trying to change things and really make a difference. The kids are watching. The young adults are watching. And we falling victim to this bullshit. You understand where I'm coming from? I'm not trying to preach to y'all because I ain't no preacher. I just got a mic in front of me and I want to say some things that's going to spark the mind of the young adult that's coming up that could potentially help change the world. I might not be here. It might not be in my lifetime. You dig? Because we really asleep. As black people, as the culture, we really asleep. We move culture. We shape culture. We are the culture. We got to wake up. I got to repeat that because a lot of y'all niggas out there are sleeping. And we're sleeping giants and we falling victim every fucking day. We wake up and we feed into the bullshit, the gossip, tearing down each other. Anytime you put out a negative energy, man, that's coming back to you. You could be the next person. You could be the next person. I'm not different than you. I'm not holier than thou. I just don't entertain fuckery. I don't entertain bullshit. If it's not pushing me forward, if it's not helping someone else to move forward, then what's the purpose? What are you doing it for? And I want to say this because it's important that I get this message out. The people that we thought had power, you see, and they're powerless. These entertainers, these celebrities that got 100 million, got $1 billion, these niggas have no power. None whatsoever. Not one of these niggas, not one of them, own a school in America. Not one of them. Not one of them own a black college. Not one of them. Not one of them own a Salvation Army. Not one of them own a nursing home for the elderly. Not one of these dudes. They got 100 million. They got $1 billion. The only thing they can buy is watches, houses, and fucking cars. That's the only thing they could buy. So here you are, just watching, observing, but not really paying attention. You oohing and eyeing because you see this one got a new watch, this one got a Rolls Royce, this one got a Maybach, this one got a $200 million house. But you never really stop to ask yourself, all this money going around, all these billionaires and 100 millionaires, why none of these niggas own a fucking public school, own a park in their neighborhoods, own a shelter for the homeless? Not one of them. Fuck a Red Cross. Why none of them own a Black Cross? Just a place where black people can go and eat for free on Thanksgiving and Christmas. We appreciate the Red Cross and everything they do, but why we don't have a Black Cross? We got billionaires out there. I'm not gonna call no names because they know who they are. They know who they are. We got billionaires out there. Black billionaires, black millionaires, 100 millionaires. I ain't talking about no little money. 100 millionaires. And let me tell y'all this. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I know y'all be impressed when y'all see the Forbes list and y'all see these entertainers on the Forbes list. They got 100 million, they got $1 billion. Listen, that's pocket change to these niggas with real money. That's pocket change. That ain't no money, man. That's pocket change to the people that really got money in America. You dig? That's pocket change. So let's not get fooled. Let's not be bamboozled. Let's not be impressed by the small and the shiny things. We love the shiny things. As black people, we love it. I love it. But let's not be bamboozled. The niggas you think that got power are powerless. They're weak. They got money, but they have stipulations on that money. They can't really do nothing to uplift their community. Are y'all really seeing what's going on? Are y'all niggas really awake? Are y'all really opening your eyes to see what's really going on out here? That's why I can't sit down and talk about women all day. That's why I can't sit down and talk about gossip all day. I can't do it because I really see what's going on. My eyes are open. I see what's happening to the black community, and I feel bad for us as black people because we might not wake up from this sleep. We might not wake up from this slumber. We're being rocked to sleep. The algorithm is not going to push this message. The algorithm don't want me to be saying what I'm saying right now. So it's important for y'all to get this message out there. It's important for y'all to wake up your sisters, your brothers, your mothers. Wake up your tribe and let them understand that if we not pushing each other forward, if we not helping each other grow to be better people, then what are we really doing? What are we really doing, man? A lot of y'all got the mic, y'all got the camera, y'all got the audience, y'all got the attention, but y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And I don't want to be the only one out here doing it. I know I ain't the only one out here doing it. I commend the people who are pushing the positive narrative, who are pushing upliftment. I commend them because it ain't easy. It ain't easy. Trust me, because when you out here and you want to see different for your people and you want to see better for your people, there's an energy that's trying to bring you down and trying to minimize that narrative. They don't want that to rise to the surface. And I want to push that forward, and I want to express my concern for the black community because I am concerned that we are in 2025 and we got billionaires and we got multi millionaires and we don't own nothing. I'm talking about we don't own nothing. We don't own a streaming service. We don't own a YouTube service. We don't own an import or export shipping service. We don't own nothing. We don't own no factories. We don't build cars. We don't make cars. We don't have nothing. Listen, man, we don't own nothing. I was sitting down thinking about this one day and I was like, man, here we are in 2025 and black people still don't own shit in America. We own land, but we can't build what we want on that land. We build what we're told to build. We only can build oversized houses that only can fit one single family. That's the only thing we can do. We can buy more cars, more watches, more clothes. That's it. That's why you see these entertainers and these celebrities always showing off the new watch they got, the new car they got. They never show you a school they build. And when they do build a school, they do it in Africa. We commend you, you do it in Africa, but what you doing in America? What you doing in the hood that you grew up in? There ain't no parks for the kids to play at. There ain't no homeless shelter for the homeless to sleep at. They just brag about all the money they got, all the watches they got, all the cars they got. Well, we not impressed. I'm not impressed. You might be impressed, but I'm not impressed because I'm awake. I know what's going on. You niggas ain't got no power. You niggas are powerless. That's why you flash all the shit you flash. That's why I don't brag about all the shit that I got, because if you ain't helping nobody, then all that shit is null and void, man. All that's null and void. All that means nothing. So I want y'all to wake up from that slumber, man. I want y'all to understand that, man. We're in 2025. We as black people don't own nothing, man. Every time I upload this particular video, I gotta upload on a platform that is not owned by a black person. Every time I post a picture on Instagram, I gotta post it on a platform that is not owned by a black person. We not practicing group economics. We just worried about ourselves, trying to get ourselves the new car, the new clothes, the new money, the new whatever. And that's what's fucking us up. We not supporting each other. 2025, I want y'all to make it y'all business to start supporting each other. Start supporting your brother, your sister. This melanin is our superpower. This is our power. This is our superpower, man. We gotta start connecting. We gotta start creating that mastermind. We gotta start creating that tribe. Find your tribe and build. Build with your brother, build with your sister, build with each other. We gotta start doing it. Our ancestors planted the seed. They planted the seed. They fought for us to be here today, to live the way we living. But are we really pushing it forward? Are we making a difference for the future generation? Are we taking all of the strive and the strength and the things that they went through? Are we taking that energy and really making something of ourselves? Or are we just focused on ourselves? And that's why we're not building as a community. That's why we're not coming up as a community. And I also want to address this, man. I had to get it off my chest, y'all. Pardon me. All my life I heard the expressions, you gotta fake it to make it. But I never really subscribed to that concept, because I believe you gotta think it to make it. See, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Change your mind and you can change your life.
Take a whiff, I'm the black Richie Rich. Do it all on my own. I ain't never need a cause it's all in the wrist. She in love with the sniff. I'm in love with the bricks. Like I'm short, like I'm thick. Make a bust like the rhyme. Only hit it one time.
You know, I gotta address this too, because like I said again, I don't really like the gossip. I don't like to be in other people's business. But I want to say this. In 2025, you niggas gotta stop praising these white women. Y'all niggas gotta stop praising these white bitches, man. I gotta say it. On this particular segment, I'm gonna be frank. I'm gonna be blunt. I'm gonna be vulgar. I'm gonna say it how I feel. You niggas gotta stop uplifting these white women, man. Soon as y'all get a mixed female or white female, y'all start to act like, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all ain't never had nothing before. And I know some of y'all ain't never had one, but when y'all got the snow, y'all start to act like y'all got a different glow. A lot of you niggas, soon as y'all get a white girlfriend or a mixed girlfriend, she can get away with things that the black girl you was dating can't get away with. Yeah, I gotta call a lot of you niggas out, man. Y'all see what's going on with the dude Travis Hunter right now. You know what I'm saying? He got a little mixed girlfriend. Like I said, I don't like to be in people's business, but I gotta call this out. Now, he a square. You can see it on his face. He's a good football player, but he a square. I just gotta let it be known. He a square. So anything she does, he's gonna always, side with her. He's always gonna have her back. He's not gonna leave that woman because he's a square. He's not used to getting nothing that looks that good. Plus, she's mixed race. So he's gonna bend over backwards for that. You know what I mean? And I don't wanna get in his business. That's his business. You dig? But I just wanted to address that. He a square, so y'all leave that man alone. Let him do what squares do. He not gonna change his opinion about his girl. That's just what it is. But I wanna address you niggas that get white women and start to act different. You let them get away with everything. I was watching something the other day on the internet. This black guy, he had a mixed girlfriend. Matter of fact, she was white. All white American. She was looking good too. She had on something that was real nice and sexy, you feel me? And the guy was interviewing her and he asked her, Listen, how do you feel about your man telling you what to wear? And she immediately say, my man can't tell me what to wear or what to put on because if he met me like this, he can accept me like this. And I get that. I understand that. I commend that. She's standing up for herself. But listen, the moment you get in a relationship and your man can't tell you nothing, bitch, you need to be by yourself. Because that's no longer a partnership. You want to be on your independent high horse and you saying that a man can't tell you what to wear or what not to wear. Now, if he met you dressing sexy, that's cool. That's cool. But if he had an opinion to say, you know what, baby, tonight I want you to wear something a little bit more casual. I want you to wear something a little bit more less revealing. You should respect that. You dig? You should respect that. Now, he might not say it, but if he do say it, you should respect that because you're in a partnership. Now, you can go back and forth with it and you can have your opinion and you can feel a certain type of way. If he wants you to be a little less revealing, you should respect that and take that in consideration and decide to put on something less revealing. You don't gotta be 82% naked everywhere you go. Now, the black guy, he was standing up for his white, beautiful Nubian queen. Yeah, he was standing up for her. He said, yeah, she could wear what she want. I like the way she put it on. I like the way she dressed. Yeah, because, of course, he already gave her his balls. A lot of you niggas give up your balls to ball. Now, like I said again, she was real sexy. She looked real good. But she was answering questions in a way where it came off like she was in control of the relationship. Because the guy asked her after that, he said, don't you feel when you dress like that and you go out with your girls, it seems a little bit inviting? She said, well, if I go out with my girls and I'm dressed like this, I mean, guys can talk, but he can't tell me what to wear or what not to wear when I'm out with my girls. And if they speak to me, I just don't speak back. Now, I can respect that answer. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I commend her for even answering like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said again, she was giving off that demeanor like she got his balls. He don't have a say-so in the things that she's doing. If she want to have girls' night on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, he can't butt in and say nothing about it because he already gave up his balls to ball. And a lot of you niggas give up your balls when you got a white woman on your side. Yeah, when you got the black Nubian queen on your side, you ready to go upside her head when she wears certain things outside the house. You ready to tell her change her clothes or put on something else. You ready to check her and address her. But when you got a white woman on your side, you don't want to address certain situations because you feel happy that you got a mixed woman or a white woman and you feel full of joy. Yeah, I gotta call it out, man. A lot of you niggas out here are really fucking the game up. You dig? Now, I'm not saying you can't date a white woman because I like them white and bright. I don't mind them. Listen, man. Date whoever you want because I'm all for it. You feel me? I don't mind dating a white woman, a Latin woman, a Spanish woman. I mix it up. You dig? I'm like Ben and Jerry's. I need 31 flavors. I like them all. You know what I mean? But all I'm saying is this. Don't get with the white chick and give up your balls and let her get away with murder. Get with the black chick and you checking and addressing everything and acting like it's a problem when she want to do certain things. You treat her differently. You come at her differently. You communicate with her differently. The relationship and the dynamic is different. You more subtle in your tone when you're talking to a white woman. Me, I talk and I address them the same way I address any woman, with straight dominance, and I express how I feel and I let her know it's my way or the highway, and that's how it's gonna go. You dig? I don't care who I'm dating. You either gonna follow my lead or I'm gonna leave you by the bus stop. You dig? Because I'm moving. This train is going. You either gonna jump on or we're gonna leave you right here. That's just the way it goes. That's how I address any race I'm dealing with. Like I said, I'm like Ben and Jerry's. I need 31 flavor. I'm not knocking dating white, Latin, or any other race. All I'm saying is when you get them, stop acting like they God's gift to men. Stop acting like you can't address and check her when she need to be checked. You got the snow, she got the glow, and you feel like you don't want to do nothing to let her go. You don't want to ruffle the feathers. You don't want to say nothing that can make her feel a certain type of way. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. You dig? I don't care about your skin tone, your skin color. Listen, man, it's okay. Like I said again, to date outside of your race. I'm not Dr. Umar. You dig? It's okay to go snow bunny hopping. All I'm saying to y'all is stop dating the broke ones. If you gonna date a white woman, because they got white privilege, date one that is really white, not the one that's trying to be black. In 2025, man, y'all gotta understand this, man. Stop dating these broke ass white bitches out here, man. Stop dating the white women that the wealthy white men don't even want. Y'all date the white women that's trying to be black. They got the BBL because they want the fat ass like the black woman. They got the lips done because they want big voluptuous lips like the black woman. They want big titties because they know black women got big titties. Y'all dating a low level white women. And I know they're gonna be mad at this, but don't be mad at me, be mad at yourself. Be mad at yourself. I know they're gonna find this offensive, but it's okay, I'm telling the truth. And the truth don't need to be justified by your ignorance. My niggas, y'all gotta stop dating the broke white females that the rich, wealthy white men don't want. If you're gonna get a white woman on your team, make sure that she come from a good family and a good background. You dig? Stop getting these low-level trailer park white bitches that act ratchet and don't have no goddamn common sense. You dig? When I date a white woman, I want my white woman to be all American. She gotta be a real live Peckerwood, you dig? She gotta be white like Nebraska. She gotta be white like North Carolina. You feel me? Yeah, she gotta be white like North Dakota. Yeah, that's the type of white woman I want. If I'm dating a Latin woman, she gotta know some Spanish. I don't want a Latin woman that don't know Spanish, man. Why am I dating a Puerto Rican or Dominican or Colombian and you don't speak Spanish? I might as well get me a black chick. She speak English. You feel me? So I'm saying, if I date a black woman, I want her to be black. I don't want her to be whitewashed. If I date a white woman, I want her to be white like South Dakota. If I date a Latin woman, I want her to speak Spanish. That's just what it is. I don't want a Latin woman that don't know Spanish. I want her to bring out the bilingual side out of me, you dig? Yeah, que pasa mamacita, ven aquí. Yeah, I want to be able to bring that Latin side out. Yo hablo español un poquito. Yeah, grande culo. See, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. See, a lot of you black dudes out there, man, a lot of you niggas, man, I see y'all out there, man. I see y'all. Y'all dating all these white women. And there's nothing wrong with that. Get you something light and bright, damn near white. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong for black women to date white men. There's nothing wrong with that. Love who you love. But all I'm saying is this, man. Stop dating these broke ass white women that high level white men with real money don't want. The short end of the stick. Get you a white woman that come from a good family, that got good credit, that can help you in times of need. They got white privilege. You got to take advantage of that. You got to use that to your advantage. Ain't nothing wrong with you checking in or taking advantage of that white privilege. She got it for a reason. It's time for you to use it. Yeah. So don't give up your balls when you get the white woman and start to act like, oh, she can get away with everything. And when you got the black woman, you're moving a certain type of way. That's what's going on with Travis Hunter right now. He got a mixed race female, so he feel like, oh, shit. This is the first time I ever had something this light and bright, damn near white. So I'm not listening to nobody. This is my queen. I'm keeping her by my side, and I commend him. I commend him. You dig? Stick with who you love. Love with who you love. For all you other niggas out there, man, that ain't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, when you get something white and bright, make sure she's right. Make sure she got good credit. Make sure she come from a good family. Make sure she got something to offer. Make sure she white and not a white chick trying to be black. I don't like white women that's trying to be black. I don't like Asian women that's trying to be black. Like I said again, I don't like Latin women that's trying to be black. I like my Latin women speaking Spanish. I like my white women whiter than South Dakota. I like my Asian women speaking Korean or speaking Chinese or speaking her language. She got to know her language. She got to know her culture. That's just what it is. You got to embrace your culture. I want to learn from your culture. Our culture should intertwine with each other and learn from each other and help each other grow. Stop dating these low-level motherfuckers that's trying to come into your culture, take your culture, remix that motherfucker, and then feed you the bottom of the barrel, the short end of the stick. Date up, not down. You feel me? I can see the black women now cheering this motherfucking message on. They gonna be loving this message. Yeah, because I gotta express this, man. You feel me? I have to let it be known, man. When you date no black woman, sometimes y'all niggas a little too hard on the black woman. You feel me? Y'all too hard on the black woman, and when you get to the white woman, you start to be a little bit softer. I gotta express this. I know the white women are gonna be mad. I know the black women are gonna cheer me on, but I'm speaking the truth, and the truth don't gotta be justified by your ignorance. That's why a lot of times when these celebrities get a white woman or a mixed race woman, they take them for everything. Yeah, they take these niggas for everything because they stupid. They let their guard down soon as they dating somebody outside of their race. They let all their fucking membrane go to waste. Their brains turn into mush. They let their guard down. Now they get divorced, you gotta give the family half of your money. It happens too many times. Too many times. I'm really expressing a lot right now. There's a lot on my mind. It's 2025. There's a lot I gotta get off my chest. A lot I gotta express. I just gotta tell it how it is. Rest in peace to Dick Gregory. The truth don't have to be justified by your ignorance. I gotta let y'all know, this is just how I feel. And there's a lot of things that I learned in 2024, man. I wanna express to y'all some of the things that I learned. I was watching an interview with Denzel the other day. And Denzel is one of my inspirations. One of my greatest inspirations. I've been watching his movies for years now. And I was watching, like I said, The Gladiator, and it was a dope movie. And he had an interview and he said, you go through 3 stages in life. We go through the learning stage, the earning stage, and the returning stage. And when he said that, I found that to be very profound. I wanted to really meditate on that and really try to understand the meaning behind what he was conveying. And I wanted to share my thoughts and my ideas and the things that came up in my mind when I heard him say that statement. What stage are you in your life? Are you in the learning stage, the earning stage, or the returning stage? And that could have so many meaning, because when you're young, you go through that learning stage. You're trying to learn everything. You're like a blank piece of paper, and you're just watching and observing, and you're trying to learn how to develop and be a human being and live in this particular society and an environment that you was born in. And you're trying to learn everything you can. You learn from your teacher. You learn from your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, all your siblings. You learn from just watching from outside your project window, from outside your island. You learn from the environment that you're in. And hopefully you learn enough information that could prepare you for the real world, that can prepare you for society, that can prepare you to be able to get to that earning stage where you can make some money off of the things that you learn. A lot of us grew up in poverty-stricken conditions. And for me, when I was growing up in the Bahamas, we didn't have everything, but we had the lights on. You know what I mean? The rent was paid. So we didn't go, homeless or nothing like that. So we had enough in my eyes, you feel me? As long as we had a roof over our head, we had enough. And when you're young, you go through that learning stage where you're trying to learn everything you can. You're like a sponge. You're just soaking up all the information in your environment from your parents, your siblings, your teachers, and all the people that, that you look up to. And you go through your life in hopes that you learn something that could actually help you to get to the earning stage. You learn something that you can be able to earn something off of the information that you learn. And a lot of times we go through high school and we go through college and we still don't learn that thing we need to learn in order to earn. You can have a vast amount of information, but if you don't know how to package it and sell it, then the buck stops right there. You don't never get to the earning stage unless you're working for somebody else and you helping them to achieve their goals and their dreams. And that's all of us. We go through the learning stages, and some of us are lucky enough to develop certain skills so we can be able to feed ourselves and fend for ourselves and earn for ourselves. But the majority of us are usually working for somebody else, helping them fulfill their dreams and their aspirations. And like I said again, what stage are you in your life? Right now I'm in the returning stage of my life. I'm still earning, of course, but I'm in the returning stage, the stage of just giving back. I just feel the need to just, whatever information that I get and any information that I feel could be impactful, I feel the need to return it back to the world, give it to the world, give it to the people, give it to whoever's listening. So that's where I'm at in my life. What stage are you in your life? You want to earn? Yes, we all want to earn. And some of us are going to earn. Some of us are still in the learning stages. And we might never earn. We might always be working for somebody else and earning for them and getting pennies on a dollar. But you're still earning, so to speak. If you really think about it, technically, you're still earning because you're getting pennies on a dollar. But that ain't where you want to be. You want to be able to make millions or make a certain amount of money where you're comfortable. You can feed your family, do what you want, when you want. That's the stage you want to be in. That's where you want to be in your life. And the only way to get there is to really be self-sufficient and be an entrepreneur and really be on your grind to earn for yourself, not working for somebody else. That's just the harsh reality of it. Now, could you make millions by working for somebody else? Yes, you could make millions by working for somebody else, but you got to have good negotiating skills, good sales and persuasive skills, and good communication skills. And a lot of y'all don't have that, so you're going to have to advance on that information, and you're going to have to try to soak up as much information you could so you can improve on those 3 skills. For me personally, I'm always be in the learning stage of my life. To be honest with you, even though I'm in the returning stage, I'm always be in the learning stage of my life because I'm always looking for new information, always looking for ways to evolve and improve on who I am as a human being. Because the more I grow, we grow. Because I'm going to share the information. I'm going to return the information back to my people and the people that are listening to me. You feel me? So I'm always searching for new information. Anytime I'm watching something, I'm watching to educate myself. Like I said again, I was watching a Denzel interview and I grabbed something from that. I'm always looking for the jewel. I'm always looking for the gem. And there's a gem in any conversation that you have. You just got to be looking for it. This is why I tell y'all to always be in awareness. You got to always be in awareness, even if you're talking to your man or you're talking to your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or whoever it may be, the next door neighbor, a bum on the street. There's a jewel in the conversation. You just got to be listening. You know what I mean? You got to be listening. And I want to plug the new episode that I got called Dropping Jewels on my Patreon right now, because I'm talking about jewels, so it's only right that I plug that. There's an episode called Dropping Jewels. I need y'all to go check it out. The subscription is only $10. A lot of y'all are cheap. Some of y'all are going to say, I'm going to sign up, and some of y'all are not going to sign up because why? That's just what it is. Some of y'all don't want to invest in personal development. $10 is really nothing. You spend it on a plate of food or even more than that. But, that's why you're always going to be a loser. That's why you're always going to be broke. That's why you're going to never level up to that next level in your life because you ain't willing to make that sacrifice. And it's a measly $10. But like I said again, let me not stray away from the conversation. I'm always going to be in the learning stage of my life because I'm always soaking up information. You dig? But right now, like I said, I'm in the returning stage. I'm returning the information that I've learned thus far, and I'm giving it back to the people. You dig? So it's important for y'all to understand the stages that we go through in our life. The learning stage, the earning stage, and the returning stage. Hopefully you get to that stage where you can earn enough, where you can be able to do the things that you want. You can be, do, and have whatever you want when you get to that earning stage. And more importantly, that you return that information or that money or whatever you got to the people that's coming behind you. It's very important that the things that we learn and the things that we earn on our journey, we be able to push it forward. I'm not just talking because I got lips. And a lot of y'all are talking because y'all got lips. A lot of people got a camera and a mic in the front of them and they gossiping and they just talking and really saying a bunch of nothing. You feel me? And I don't never want to be a part of that circus. I don't never want to be a part of that audience, that's just really out here, just really not pushing humanity forward and really not doing nothing for the generation that's coming behind us. That's why I encourage y'all to be out there to learn as much as you can. This is the year of personal development. This is the year of opportunity, success. This is the year of just growing as an individual. This is the year of change. You know what I mean? And I strongly advise everybody to strive to change, because that's the only thing that is always constant. Change is always constant. You will never, never, never see something stay the same. Like I said, comfortability is the enemy of progress. You never want to get too comfortable. You know what I mean? That's why I'm always striving to do different things. And I want y'all to take the challenge 2025, strive to be a better individual, strive to do something different, start to give back, start to be more thankful and grateful, start to understand that you are the sleeping giant and it's time for you to wake up. Don't be a part of the circus. Don't be a part of the buffoonery. Strive to add value. Be different. Dare to be different. Like I said again, I could sit up here and just talk about nonsense all day, but I like to give value. Some people are gonna agree. Some people are gonna be upset. Some people are gonna be offended. But this is just my opinion. This is just my perspective. This is just how I feel. Like I said again, the black women are gonna celebrate what I said about dating white women and how black men always give them their balls, and how when they get rich and successful, they kind of basically lose all of their fucking common sense and allow, other women from other races to take advantage of them and utilize them in a negative way, use and abuse them and confuse them. And when they get a black woman, they're a whole different person. Some people are going to get offended by that. Some people are going to feel some type of way about that. But I don't give two fucks. I ain't going to lie to y'all. I say what's on my mind. I express how I feel. And, people listen to what I say. And I appreciate y'all for listening. And if I said anything to offend y'all, like I said, I don't care. And if I said anything to inspire y'all, I want y'all to take that information, push it forward, share it with someone else. The information that I conveyed in this message, in this particular podcast episode today, is just my thoughts, my feelings, and how I feel. Like I said, I learned a lot in 2024, man. I also learned when you're growing and you start to evolve, people are gonna let go. They're not gonna be able to take the journey with you. The people that you think that was gonna be in your corner forever, people that you love and people that you thought loved you, and they might love you, but they're not gonna be able to take the journey with you or take the ride with you. They're gonna let go. You're not gonna have to let go of them. They're just gonna fall by the wayside because you're gonna outgrow them. They're not gonna be able to take that ride with you. That's what I learned in 2024. I learned a lot in 2024. I also learned, like I said again, we're sleeping giants. We are asleep as a culture, as a community, as a race. We are asleep. We need to wake up. 2024, I learned a lot. I learned that the time is now. We can't wait on nobody. The time is now. I learned that we have to do it for ourselves. I've been knew that, but I doubled down on that message. I've been knew that at a young age. That's why I was so ambitious and so determined to be successful by any means necessary. 2024, I learned a lot. I learned you can't depend on nobody. You got to do it yourself. If you want to make more money in 2025, yeah, you're going to have to set everything up yourself. You're going to have to get the product yourself. You're going to have to get the LLC yourself. You're going to have to design the website yourself. You're going to have to design the logo yourself. You're going to have to go out there and sell the product yourself. You're going to have to be your marketing campaign yourself. You're going to have to do it yourself. Nobody's coming to do it for you. And if you're not willing to do it yourself, then you can't blame nobody for the reason you broke and don't have the things you want out of life. You're not willing to make the sacrifice. You're not willing to put your best foot forward. You're not willing to think outside the box. You're not willing to suck up your pride and go out there and really push your product, push your campaign. Then that's why you broke. You can't blame nobody but yourself. 2025 is the year of change. This is the year of personal development. This is the year we're in the 9th inning. The time is now. And quite frankly, a lot of you motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. It's just what it is. But the people that take heed to this message and want more out of life, they're gonna do whatever it takes to get it. It's yours truly, Liquid Cash. I want you to like, subscribe, and tell a friend and tell a friend. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Cheers.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's Liquid Cash, I need it all out the stash.
I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford Taurus.